Well, Jim, now it's been wonderful. You really outlined a game plan for DMOs, not just in their use of technology and this idea of research, but really as technology as advocacy to be able to show their stakeholders and elected officials that they can be trusted stewards of these public tax dollars.
Well, thank you, Brian. I mean, I think that it wasn't necessarily one of the primary goals that we set out to achieve, but it is a wonderful byproduct. And I do believe, to your question, right? So if I'm an executive director, CEO of a DMO, and I'm waffling over whether or not I should invest in this type of technology, I think advocacy goes a long way to being able to validate what that spend is. And then it also allows you a much broader ripple effect, if you will, of impact on other things, right? So one of my favorite stories is when we first started working with the Ritz-Carlton, people always thought that the imagery in any ad that you ever saw was a white couple in their mid-60s. You never saw kids. You never saw African Americans. And one of the things that we identified in doing work with them is that 72% of their guests have a child in the household 17 or younger. We said, why don't we try putting kids on a stand-up paddleboard? Why don't we try showing little kids building a sandcastle at one of your resorts? And the click-through rates just shot through the roof. And our visitation and time spent on site shot through the roof. And the data told us that, right? We found that out by deploying the technology and understanding who were our visitors, both on site and in person.